What's up, everybody? It's Covington. How's everybody doing? Okay. Honestly, it's been a couple weeks. It's always going to be a couple weeks. The way my life is set up now, I might not be able to do a video every Saturday. I realize that. So, I'm going to do them as often as I possibly can. Life happens, right? And, that's literally what I'm talking about today, because life has been slapping me in the face, just, over and over. Over the past, week or two, I've been asking people what their definition of life is. And I've received answers like, life is love and hate. Life is a series of events. Life is what you make it. Life is a test. So I've gotten so many different answers about what life is. And I think it's wild how, one word can mean so many different things to so many different people. I feel like two people aren't going to view life the same way. It's like gender. There's as many genders as there are people, because nobody expresses gender the exact same way. And I think that's the same thing for life. There's as many definitions of life as there are people, because nobody moves through life the exact same way. Everyone interprets life differently. And I think depending on the time that you ask a person what their definition of life is, it could change. My definition of life 2 weeks ago is so different than my definition of life today. I base my definition of life off of everything that I've been through and where I'm at in that moment. I'm never in the exact same moment. Something is always different. So my definition of life is always different. I think that so many things happen in life and they all become a story. Your story, my story. They all become some sort of story to be shared or not to be shared. But either way, it's a story. The easiest way that I could ever explain life would be stories. Everything in my life is a story. And I don't think all people view it that way. That's just how I view everything about life. They're stories. Simple as that. I truly do think that life is complex. So much stuff happens or can happen in a lifetime, whatever lifetime that is. Whether someone lives until they're 7, or if someone lives until they're 12, if someone lives until they're 30, a lot of stuff can happen within all of those time periods. So yeah, I feel like life is super complex. And that's another way that I would define life, as being complex. So then I might say life is a complex story, or life is complex stories. I don't know. I feel like I could talk for so long about life. I'm so interested in how other people feel about life, just because it's so interesting to me that the way someone else views life can be so different than the way someone else views life. So anyway, I'll share my real definition of life right now. So you already heard one of them. I feel like that is my definition that remains the same. Complex stories, a complex story, something with complexity and stories. That's always going to be my overall definition of life. But in the moment, here's how I would define life. The experience of moving through the world around you with love, hate, and everything in between, and building a collection of stories that you choose or choose not to share along your journey. Okay, so that's my definition of life. If you ever want to share your definition of life with me, hit me up. I'll be so interested. Think about life. That's the challenge for the day. Just challenge yourself by thinking about life. Come up with your definition of life, and then share it with me if you want. No pressure, right? All right, y'all. Yiggity. Peace up. A-Town down. Yeah.